well, I've come on to go live because today I was in the office and I didn't get a chance to do my normal Let's Talk Tuesday video. So I thought, oh well, while I'm sat here, I'm about to try and make some cough mixture which is made out of ginger and lemons. So I thought, oh well, while I'm sat here, why not? Why not go live? And see if anybody is around or pops on. If not, I will just be happily chatting to myself because I like to talk to myself. I don't need an excuse to talk. I can talk for Africa, me. I can talk for Africa. So yeah, today's been a good day. Went into the office. Um, they interviewing for a new person, so it was a chance for all of us to go in as a team to meet the new people. Yeah, so a bit different. Normally I go in on a Wednesday and spend the day in the office, and then Monday, Tuesday I'm at home. So I switched a little bit today. But yes, I've come home. I have cooked. I don't have to do much cooking because what I do is on the weekend I still do my batch cooking. So I'll make like a curry or fish or anything like that. So this week I had my curried beans. I did some fish, and we had a beef curry as well that I had in the fridge. So all I had to do tonight for my curried beans was make some roti and sorted. It was a nice, easy tea. It really was. So yeah, I saw a lady on YouTube and she was making a cough mixture. So I thought I'd try that because it's that time of the year, sadly, cough season, cold season, and I thought it would be nice to try a remedy that is made up of things that I have in the house. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I bought this ginger. Can you see it? It's like a tiny little bag of ginger, and I went into Tesco's, and they didn't have a big bag. They just had this like a wannabe ginger packet. Anyways, half a loaf is better than nothing. Half a loaf is better than nothing. So yeah, there's something on the bottom of the screen. Oh, that's it. It's just saying welcome to the chat. So I hope people can hear me, to be honest. I'm sure you can. Last time I went on, I didn't seem to have any problems, anybody hearing me. So yeah, all it says is for you to wash your lemons, and I washed mine in bicarbonate of soda. I rubbed it with bicarb, and then once I rubbed all the wax off them, I then rinse them off, and they're ready and good to go. So that's it. That's what I'm doing now. So what I start off by doing is slicing them up and cut them in half, and then I'll slice them so that they can fit into my jars. And I'm gonna layer lemon, ginger, lemon, ginger, lemon, ginger, and then at the end of it, I will pour on the honey. Then you let it sit, and then eventually, after a couple of weeks or so, you can then drink the juices that I created, which is the honey, the lemon, and the ginger. Will make a nice cough syrup and a natural remedy. So yeah, hey, I'm all about learning new things this year. I am all about learning new things. I think that it's important that I know how to make home remedies for things that we use on a daily basis, and that not everything that I use should be shop bought. I think that's very important. So I am all about this year learning new things. I really am. So all I'm doing at the minute is just slicing up my lemons. I'm slicing them up nice and thin, as you can see, nice and thin. And then they'll be ready to start layering up along with our suspect ginger. This ginger, I've bought it before, this ginger, and it's like, why did you do that? Why did you chop it up? I'll show you what they do to it. So they take a regular piece of ginger, and then they just chop it up into tiny little pieces. But what's not good about this is that I now have more to cut away, because they've chopped it up. I now have to chop this away before I can finally get to the good stuff in the middle. But like I say, I went in and there wasn't the normal big chunky ginger that I like to buy. There wasn't any, so what can I do? Just but pick up what there is. I find that more and more that when I go in the supermarket, that I don't always find what I want, and I don't know what's going on. One week you go and there's like empty shelves, and you get confused because you don't know what was there. You think to yourself, hey, what did I miss out on? Was there something there that I desperately wanted or desperately needed, and I don't even remember what was on that shelf, but it's not there anymore. So that keeps happening on and off, and clearly that was the case with the ginger this week. That was the case with the ginger this week. But yeah, so I'm gonna just slice away and work my way through it. There's a few cough remedies that I've seen people doing on YouTube and even TikTok. I see some people on TikTok. Another one is where you put your lemon, ginger, garlic, and you use a blender and you blend it into a pulp, and then when you're ready to have it you have it like a drink in the morning. So you scoop a couple of spoonfuls of that mixture into a glass with a spoonful of lemon or honey on top of it, and have it as a drink, as a hot drink. So I'll try that as well and let you know how that went. Talking about drinks, I've left my drink on the side. Let me get it. All this talking is making a person thirsty. That's better. That is better. Derek is in the lounge, and I said to him, I'm going to go and try and go live. He just catches a laugh. He just catches a laugh. I think he thinks, this woman. Anyways, I have to do something because I like my Let's Talk Tuesdays, and like I said, I didn't get a chance to do one today, so I don't know, why not? Why not? Let's go live. Let's go live. So what I'm going to do now is just put a layer of lemon in the bottom of my jar, and then I will come back and I will do some ginger as well. I've got a couple more lemons in this. I won't do all of them in case my jar gets too full, and I run out of space, or run out of honey, one of the two. Because I don't know how much honey it's going to take. So yeah, I'm just going to peel my ginger, and then I will slice it up nice and thin. It's not too bad. I haven't lost too much. I know I've been complaining about the way they chopped it up and hacked it up, but I haven't lost too much. So yeah. Hi. Oh, there's somebody there. Please say hi so I can see who it is. I haven't been looking at the screen. I've been busy chopping my lemon and my ginger to make my cough mixture. But yeah, welcome. I'm glad that there's somebody on here. Might be my husband, yo. He's good. It's better than nobody. And he can hear me proper, because the other day I did one and then Derek said he couldn't hear very well. So hopefully you can hear on this one. So yeah, I'm just going to chop up now the ginger. That's not bad. That's not a bad chunk of ginger. So the lemons are sliced up. Yeah, and I've started layering them in the jar. And then I'm going to try and chop up the ginger as fine as I can get it, as thin as I can get it, so that I think it's not too overwhelming. It can be strong, this, and I can imagine that it will be very strong even when you put in your honey. So there we go. Just chop up nicely. Like I said, I trust that you've all had a good day. Tuesday is done and dusted with, and hump day tomorrow, as they call it, and then we're on to the weekend. We're on to weekend time then. Weekend for me, because I don't work Thursday, Friday, but it's hump day for everybody, so you know that after the next couple of days, the weekend will be there for you as well. So yeah, I've never made this before, this cough mixture. But like I said, I did see somebody doing it, and I thought, oh well, I'll try. Eh? This one's got to try and learn new things. Like I say, and I'm all about learning things that I can make at home with what I have at home. So I've put in a layer of lemon, layer of ginger, and then I'll just keep repeating it. I'll just keep layering it up nicely. Since watching YouTube, I've learned a lot of new things. I've learned how to preserve the lemons. I did the lemon and the sugar, and that preserved the lemons so well. They're in the fridge and they're still doing fine. So yeah, I am here making up a cough syrup made up of lemon and ginger, and I'm chopping them as I go along. Please say hi so that I know who's about, and that if, most importantly, that you can hear me. That you can hear me. I'm sure you can. I never know how to test the sound on here, so I just go live in faith. I go live in faith, hoping that somehow the sound is working and everybody can hear me. So there we go, another layer. So that's what it's looking like at the minute. Lemons, ginger, lemon, ginger. Let's chop up some more ginger. I use a big knife so that I try and make it as thin as I possibly can, so that it's not too strong. And I'm sure once I put the honey in and it sits in there, it will just ferment nicely. Oh, excellent. I think you can hear me well, which is what I like to hear. So another layer of lemons. I hope that you people try some of the things that I am trying, because I do feel it's important to equip ourselves so that not everything is about the shops. You know what I mean? Because we're too quick to just run to the shop all the time. What happens when that shop is closed? And somebody's got a cough and we don't know what to do. Me, I'm learning. I'm eager to learn this year. I'm equipping myself. I am equipping myself. So yeah, another layer. And now let's do the last piece of ginger. This ginger that I'm not keen on, but it's working. It's doing the trick. It's doing the business. So the last piece of ginger. So yeah, like I'm saying, I am very much for, I don't want to start labeling myself and calling myself a prepper or something like that, but I feel like I am not equipped. I am not equipped for if I woke up one day and the shops were closed. How equipped am I? Some areas I feel like I might be okay. We have lighting, we have gas, we have heater, which does not use power, which can use gas, from a gas cylinder. I am equipped in some areas, but in other areas I'm very, very ill-equipped. And I think one of the biggest areas that I feel I'm not equipped in is alternative medicines, alternative ways to heal ourselves, alternative ways to cook, preserve. And that's why I am all about learning new stuff. Learning new stuff. And this is my year for it. It's my year for learning new things. It's my year for learning how can I preserve things, how can I heal myself with natural remedies, really. Natural remedies, things that can be found in my cupboard. So that's what I'm about this year. So here we go. Another layer of lemons. And we are almost at the top of this jar, so I don't think I'm going to need the other couple of lemons. But they won't go to waste. No. Waste not, want not these days, people. I am very much for trying to use up as much as I can and everything that I can that I have got in the house. I am guilty of wastage, and back in the day I was worse than what I am now. Now I'm more aware of waste and try not to waste things, and if you can use even the pulp of something, use it. For example, I drained off the fire cider and had it when he had a cold, but the pulp that the fire cider was made up of, which was ginger, onions, garlic, chili, turmeric. I didn't waste it. I dried it up, and today I've ground it up into a nice pulp that can be used as a cough drink again. You could just put in a spoonful in a glass of water and drink that, so nothing is wasted. No, I am definitely trying to get better with everything that I have. So here we go. So our jar is nice and full. Lay it up, lemon, ginger, and that's it. And then next thing, she said, was you just pour it in your honey. You pour it in your honey. I wish I could say that this was local honey, but it isn't. It's just from the supermarket. I did say to Derek the other day that he must give me more honey from the guy at his garden has got bees, and he has local honey. Derek has brought me some before. So now, all I'm going to do, can you see that, is I am pouring the honey in. And it's going to soak to the bottom and do its business, and I'm just going to keep adding more and more until all of this jar, or most of this jar, will go in here. You just coax it down a little bit, help it along, just help it along a little bit. I'm excited to try it. I'm not excited to get a cold, mind, but I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to try it. And I think today I was thinking about doing this more because I felt like I was getting something, like a cold or something, but it's not turned into anything so far, which is good. But like I say, why not learn something new, people? There we go. Let's get a bit more in there. It looks like it might take the whole bottle. Okay. It looks good enough already, doesn't it? Can you see it? It looks good enough already at the top, like, I could just have a spoonful of this. A spoonful of naughty honey. Like, you know when you're a child and you eat things that you're not supposed to eat. There we go. You just coax it to the bottom. Like I say, that will sit for about a week on the counter, and it should be then ready for you to use it, and it will preserve in the lemons and the honey and ginger, of course. That ginger will taste good, really good. Adele, lovely to see you. You made my evening, Adele. I'm glad you commented because I thought you wasn't chatting to myself. Like I said, I don't mind chatting to myself. How are you, Adele? How are you and your family? There we go. Ooh, that looks good. I feel like I can lick this something in a minute. I'll try to behave on here. I'll try to behave on here. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to leave that for a minute, let it go down a bit, and then I've got a little bit of honey left, not much. And I will try and just top it up. I don't want to put too much in case it overflows. I have got a second jar here if I need to split it into two. I've got a second jar already. There we go. So that is the beginning of our cough syrup. That's the beginning of our cough syrup. I'll give our jar a nice good clean when I'm finished here. I will wipe it down nicely. That is it. That's the beginning of it. And like I say, I'm sure it's going to taste amazing once it's been sat for a while. And I'll have to let you all know how it goes and how it tastes. Now, in line with me talking about waste not, want not, people, this past weekend, I went through my freezer and I pulled out all the old vegetables. You know, like how you have a whole load of old vegetables in the bottom of your freezer, maybe half a bag of carrots, half a bag of peas, some kale. I had loads of kale and spinach that was just sat in the bottom. I had chicken pieces that were in little bags. I had some chicken skin that was in bags. And what I did was I boiled it all up and I made a broth. I made a broth on the table in front of me. And if you can see that, I have all them bottles of broth that I made. So I boiled it over 2 days. And so from all my scraps, I've ended up with a broth. Now this broth is good for drinking as it is. So they sealed. I sealed them all. I seal them all so that they shelf stable. I can just put them in my pantry and they're perfectly fine. But what you can do is when you pop it open, warm it up, put it in a glass, have it with a slice of lemon on top. That's how I have it. A little bit of salt and pepper or chili in it, and you can just drink it like that, just as it is. So all the goodness has come out of my vegetables, all the goodness has come out of that chicken, and it's now in my broth. It makes a good soup when you're making your soup and you need a broth to add in your soup. Brilliant. All that goodness from all those vegetables is now in my jar. Not going to waste. Not going to waste. So yeah, so I did that this week with all the vegetable scraps that were in the freezer. In the past, I just defrost the freezer and throw them away. You know what I mean? But no, I'm trying so hard not to waste things. This one can't even see. Getting old, eh? I'm getting old. I can't even see what I'm doing here. So, there we go. All labeled up. My broth from 2024. And this is the vegetable broth. You can use bones, like if you go to a butcher and he sells you the bones from the meat that they've cut away. That makes a brilliant broth. Again, you put your bones in a pot, lots of water over them, chuck in all the different vegetables you want to put in, some garlic, salt, and then you let it boil slowly, very, very slowly, for like 2 days. Just let it boil overnight. You switch it off. In the morning, you come back, you put it back on, and you let it boil slowly so that the bones are given a chance to release all that goodness that is in them. I made rice yesterday, like I said, and I used this as my water, and it made the rice have such a nice flavor because it's full of all that goodness from the vegetables. Oh, if I forget, I need to show you my latest little gadget, eh? My TikTok bite. So this is a little printer, and it's brilliant for my labels, for my jars. Honestly, you can print anything. I've printed photos of it, but at the minute I've used it to print off all the labels for my jars. So all these jars, while I'm sat here talking to you people, I'm just going to cut up my labels, stick them on my jars. So when everything is in the pantry and it's on a shelf, I don't have to guess what it is. I like putting what it is and the date that I made it, so that I know how long it's been on the shelf for. But I did it the other night. It's always a labor of love when you're canning things, man, because it takes a while. My canner can take, I think it's 6 of these. So there's about 16 on here. So I had to do it a few times. But I put the broth into the jar, put my lid on, I put it in my canner, and my canner seals my lids. So my lid's sunken in, it's sealed nicely, no leaking. And it, like I say, it's then good to go. I don't need to put it in the fridge. Just goes in the cupboard. Just goes in the cupboard. So those are the skills that I feel we're lacking. We're lacking, and we need to get back to basics, really, I suppose. Get back to basics. Get back to learning how to do things of our own, learning how to make things ourselves, learning how to preserve food ourselves, because it's not always going to be available in a shop. Like I said, I'm not a doomsday prepper or anything, but be prepared. Do you remember when you were a girl guide or a brownie? They used to say, be prepared is our motto. Yeah, I'm learning. I remember that from school days, be prepared. So yeah, I'm being prepared. There's a lot of areas in our house where I am not prepared, but I am gonna try to get better at it. I've canned up a lot of things from the garden because that's something I have learned over the years, is that I mustn't waste what we've grown, especially what Derek's grown, because the growing season here in England is so short. So if you do manage to harvest something, you want to make the most of it. You want to make the most of it. Please let me know what things you've preserved or what things have you started putting together to be prepared for certain situations. I mean, I spoke about, remember the time when I spoke about my fear of no water? Yo, it's a genuine fear, people. It's still there. It's not gone anywhere. My fear of waking up and there being no water in the taps. So what we've done, and to be fair, we've had it for quite a while outside, is a water bowser thing. So it catches, it's a rain catcher basically. So the water comes off the gutters into this great big water tub that's outside, and that's another way of being prepared if you have no water. That water can be used for the toilets or anything like that, but I would like to take it a step further, and I'd like to purify water. I'd like to learn how you would purify water. If I genuinely woke up and all I had was rainwater, what's the best way for me to purify that water so that it is drinkable? Those are the type of skills I want to learn. I want to learn that, not just for the whole being prepared thing, but just to know, like I said, this is a new year, and I want to learn new stuff. Hey, Shna, getting blind as a bat. I can't see the beginning of these stickers to take them off. But I will not be beaten by a sticker. I will not be beaten by a sticker. See, I trust that you've all had an absolutely awesome day. I had. It was nice. It was nice to go in and see everybody work. It's always good to go in and catch up face to face with people. Oh, let me take a sip of my drink, yo. All this chatting is making a person thirsty. I think I may have to put our puff mixture and split it over the 2 jars, because I feel like as it settles, oops, I spilled some on the table, that as it settles, it's going to generate more and more liquid. You see that's already almost full, so I'm going to split it between the 2 jars. And then that will sit in the cupboard and on the shelf, and will be good to go. I will let you know what it tastes like. It should taste good though, with the honey. Shouldn't be too tart. But yeah, let me know please. Have you tried to preserve anything? Is there a skill that you think I should learn? Something else that I can learn, that I can use? Things like that. I watched a lady where they were preserving meat. Don't get me wrong, being from Zimbabwe, I know that you can make biltong, and I do make biltong, and I know that's another way of preserving meat. I watched another lady where she canned the meat, and I've not tried that. I think I need a pressure canner for that. But that's something else that I would like to try. And then again, shelf stable. You keep it in a cupboard. You don't have to refrigerate it. You don't have to put it in a freezer or anything, because I don't know about you people, I don't have much freezer space. I don't have much space for all these things. So if I can put things in a jar and in my cupboard, I will do that over my fridge or my freezer, just to save on space. And even if that electricity goes off, these things on the shelf are good to go. I don't have to think, we better hurry up and eat what's in the fridge or the freezer because the electric is gone. No. It can keep on the shelf. I'm not doing a good job, am I, of making them straight? But at least you can see what it is. Oh, I was was really impressed with this because, like I said, there were vegetables that were getting old in the bottom of the freezer. As you know, freezer things, you can only keep them for like most things about, I don't know, 6 months maximum. And then you feel like you have to use them. Otherwise, they start to get freezer burn. But, you know, this is brilliant. And like I say, I can have a hot broth with a slice of lemon and a little bit of chili in it. And I'm sorted. It makes a nice drink. Makes a nice drink. There we go. I've been drying up a lot of herbs as well. This past week I used the garlic skins from the garlic that I used. I just kept all the skins and I dried them up and I've put the salt into them and I made garlic salt. Now my friend Lena showed me that, told me about that. So I gave that a try and it came out okay. I'll grab it quickly so you can see what it looks like. I'm back. I'm back. So there it is. So that is garlic skins, salt, and I put a little bit of coriander in this one. But that's it. It's made up of the garlic skins that you would throw away, and now I have a garlic salt. Do you know what I mean? So it's things like this. I would have thrown these garlic skins away. I would never have thought to use them for anything. Oops, I dropped something. It's made an amazing garlic salt. Simple. Things like that, honestly. Can you tell how excited I am? I am excited for this new season that I find myself in. I really am excited for it. Like I said, I'm very eager to learn new things and I hope that I will keep it up for the rest of the year and just keep learning more and more and more and stop wasting. And just stop all this wastage and that, using the skins on the garlic. I've done something with it. So that kind of thing, that's what I'm after. That is what I'm all about this year, people. You'll have to keep me accountable. You'll have to ask me to say, so Mary, what are you doing new this time? What have you learned new this month? What have you learned new this week? Because I think I need to do that because, if you don't know, me and the TV be the best mates, But what I find is that TV can rob me of hours that I cannot get back. It can. If I'm just sat on the sofa doing nothing, that's not good. So what I do is, a lot of the time, if I'm sat on the sofa, I like to crochet. So that I'm not just sat on the sofa and not just watching telly, that I'm doing something productive as well. So I've been learning new stitches, trying new things. This past week I made a little purse. I did 2 purses actually, like the size of your debit card or credit card size, that size, that you can put your cards in. I made 2 and I crocheted them, just sat there chilling on my sofa. So I'm trying to do things that take me away from the box because, people, the box can't rob me of too many hours. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to chill in front of the telly. It's nice at the end of the day that you have a moment in front of the box, watch something, things like that, but not to where it robs me of learning something new or being productive. That's where I think I need to find a good balance for that between my mate, the telly, and I. I need to find a good balance so that I am making good use of my time. Anyway, the person doesn't want to end up brain dead. I'm just watching too much TV. Here we go. Last one. So yeah, what do you think? My little gadget is alright, isn't it? It was cheap as well. It was like £6. It's a cheap little gadget, but I am using it. I am using it for my labels. So here we go. Last one. broth. And you can see all the goodness, all the oil from, that must be from the chicken. But yeah, it's made a lovely broth. So I'm very happy with that. I use old bottles. Like that is a reused bottle that had some gherkins inside it. And then I buy some bottles. But everybody around me knows that they keep their jars for me. My friends and my family, they know to keep their jars for me, and I reuse the jars. I don't waste them. I don't waste them, people. Like I said, I am trying to be better at reusing things and not wasting things. So yeah, cough mixture is sorted. It's doing its thing. But I am definitely going to split it into two jars just to give it space so that as it sits and produces more juices from the lemons, that it's got space to fill up. To fill up and do its business. Please let me know if you are learning something new this year, if there's anything you'd like me to try and learn, something new. I'm especially keen to try new recipes because when you've been cooking, like myself, from a very young age I started cooking, and you feel like, I'm in the same routine, I cook the same thing over and over again. It'd be great if somebody said, try this, really, try this is nice, why don't you try that recipe? Let me know if there's anything you think that I should try to learn, to cook, to preserve, to crochet, anything like that just gets me away from just sitting in front of the telly and not being productive at all. Well, on that note, good people, thank you so much. Hi, Ania. You caught me. That made my evening. I'm glad you caught me. Thank you. Hope you're well. It's been nice chatting to you earlier today. But yeah, I was just telling everybody how I'm making the cough syrup all done. And I'm going to decant it into a second bottle. And then I made my broth all done already. And that I am very, very eager to learn something new. This year it's a year for stretching my mind, stretching my ability in a lot of areas. Which is important. I think it's very important. Otherwise, like I said, I'll end up brain dead. I'm not ready to get old yet. I'm not ready to just sit back in front of the telly and get old. I want to learn things. I want to stretch my mind. I want to equip myself, to better equip myself if I ever need to make a home remedy like this cough syrup, for example. If my children get sick and I need to give them cough syrup, I need to know that I know how to make it. Definitely, Ania, I will send you the bone broth, the broth recipe. Oh, definitely. It's so easy. It's just, like I said, slow and long is the trick to get the goodness out of any bones you're using, the goodness out of any vegetables that you are using. That's the way to go. But it's absolutely amazing. I will definitely do that. I will send that to you. Well, I'm going to say good night now, people. I trust that you've enjoyed this. I know that wasn't planned, but I didn't get to do my Let's Talk Tuesday today, so I thought I'd jump on here and have a chat. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And you know it, I will catch you on the next one. Don't forget, love. Life is too short not to. Take care. Love you. Bye.